Good evening everybody and welcome back to my channel. Keeping in line with the carrot recipes, today I would like to present before you a carrot kheer, but with a difference. Because here I would like to introduce one more element, which is known as the millet. This is the millet that we have, and this is known as koni dhan in Assamese, and in Hindi we call it Bajra. Of late we have heard a lot of people talking about this millet, that it's really good for people with diabetes, people whoever want to lose a lot of weight. This is a real good option to choose from. So let us try and find out a good way of eating millet. And of course the best way is always the sweet way. What I've done is I've already heated, or I've kept boiling 1 liter of full fat milk. I will be needing here, say this is half a cup of bajra or millet, which I have soaked for almost 3 hours. I have here 1.5 cups of grated carrot, and here half a cup of grated coconut, 3/4 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, which however I'll use according to the amount that I need in my recipe. And here I have crushed 2 small green cardamoms. I'll also be needing a bay leaf and a little bit of vegetable oil, the other option is, of course, the better option is a desi ghee. So let's start cooking the carrot kheer, or in fact the carrot millet kheer. As you can see, the milk is almost reduced to half, 3/4 or half, and then I'll increase the flame and put in my bajra or millet, and it will take some time to cook. So I'm putting this particular ingredient first and hoping it will be cooking itself, because bajra takes a lot of time, or millet takes a lot of time to cook. So I'm giving it more time, and it's the first element or first ingredient that's going into my recipe today. So I'll constantly stir it. In between, of course, I'll put in the bay leaf. The bay leaf, it's really unique, you know. It gives its own smell and flavor to the whole dish, and then we throw it out. Strange life is. So we're going to stir this constantly stir it and let it keep boiling. Meanwhile, I will also put flame on a small karai or a pan, because I need to just cook a little or fry a little the other 2 ingredients. They are the carrot and the coconut, grated carrot and coconut, which will also go into this recipe. And of course the carrot is the main ingredient that we are talking about today. So instead of having only kheer with rice grains, it's a unique blend of millet and coconut and carrot. So I just put down the heat a bit and try and cook or fry the other 2 ingredients. So I have put here a small teaspoon of desi ghee, and I'll try to fry the carrot a bit. Desi ghee will impart its the unique flavor to the carrot that will make it more special. So we'll put down the flame a bit and also incorporate the coconut. The coconut grated and the carrots. We just keep the flame low and let it fry itself while I attend to the millet or the bajra and stir it. You have to be very careful when you're cooking any type of kheer, that you need to take a very thick bottomed pan or a karai and constantly stir what you're cooking. Otherwise, it might get stuck to the bottom, and kheer that gets stuck to the bottom is no longer kheer. It's the food of the gods. you need to be careful when you cook it. And you need to be patient when you cook it. So we'll constantly stir and give it time to cook itself. And I'm hoping that this particular ingredient that I'm putting into my recipe today will be loved by the people in my house, so that I can introduce more of these into my daily intake of food. And I've heard about something like a millet dosa. Might be I'll try out someday if they like this particular recipe, and I'll have more and more millet into my house, so that I can really, all my people can really feel the goodness. So I've been cooking this mixture of carrot and coconut for the last 6 minutes or so on slow flame, and now this is done. So now we will just switch off the flame and move on to the next, that is how the bajra is doing. The bajra is cooking. Now I'll put in the cardamom which I had smashed and crushed. So let's see how the bajra looks. Yes, yeah, it's cooking. You can see they have really puffed up a little and it's cooking. I'll increase the heat and introduce the other elements there, the other ingredients, and we'll put a nice look of color. You can see how beautiful the kheer looks. We can see the everything has come together. There's almost no milk here now, so we'll try to put in the sugar. As I told you, you can change the amount of sugar that you want, or decide on, or customize in fact the amount of sugar you want. I normally do like this, that is, I just try to give every portion of my dish some of the sugar. So I do not need the 3/4 cup at all. Just use some portion of it. And now I will try to mix in all the ingredients. So one good thing about this recipe is that I've already fried in desi ghee the carrot and the coconut. So they are almost, in a way, they are already cooked. All they have to now do is that blend with the millet and the milk so that they become a homogeneous mixture. I'll try to scrap the parts that are sticking onto the sides. They are the most delicious parts of the recipe. These, we cannot leave them sticking on and getting wasted. So now I'll also introduce, while the milk is it's become almost solidified, and then we have the sugar melting. Now I'll introduce some cream here. Some cream here just for the taste and just for the richness. So almost here I have given here I guess 1.5 tablespoons of cream. Now we have a thick homogeneous, almost homogeneous mixture there, and your kheer is actually done. But I love to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of salt in my sweetness. So just a pinch of salt at the end. I love that flavor of salt and sweet together. So before I just take it down, I have added a pinch of salt. And my carrot millet kheer is done. Let me just check, I just cannot wait to check how it tastes. So I guess the sugar is fine, but still let me taste it. And I hope it's cooked, the millet. It's good. Nice. You have this, nutty flavor of the millet. And you have the coconut, the crunch, and the crunch of the carrot. So therefore, I had another option, of mixing up or putting the entire carrot in a mixer jar and blending it. So I opted to grate the coconut and the carrot, and use it. So it's come out fine. So take out the bay leaf, its duty is done. And I'll just take it out in a beautiful container or a beautiful way of serving it. That's how my carrot millet kheer looks with a dash of coconut. Doesn't it look yummy? So that's my dish for you. I hope you try out this recipe, a unique one and a nutritional one also, a healthy one for your family and everyone in the house. So I'd like to request you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.